I think that when you embrace health and fitness, especially at a young age, you don't know life without it. So that's why I always tell clients that have young children, try to get them involved in health and fitness programs, sport programs, whatever interests them at a very young age. I'm especially prone to giving them advice on fitness programs only because I know sport programs usually don't live through the full years of a child's life. When they get older, they usually dump sports because they don't have school anymore, which organizes sports, for example, whereas they can come into a gym for the rest of their life. So for me, it's part of my lifestyle. I don't know life without it. I don't feel right without it. I need it. It's like my fix. I felt depressed. I didn't have the self-esteem I have now. It really affects you emotionally when you don't have it part of your life. For people that have never experienced it, they know no better. But then again, I see symptoms of depression and anxiety and not a good sense of well-being with these people. Now, when they get a taste of it, that's typically when they keep coming back to it. But I think it takes a long time to get out of the cycle of on and off and to have just an on cycle forever. I think it's all about balance and fitting into your life in a balanced type of way is a long-term perspective. Most people start with guns a-blazing, but that is short-lived, of course, because, well, school, for example, school is very much like that. The guns are blazing through the semester, but you need some time off. That's sort of the cycle of life, and that's what happens to these people. So when they come back, maybe the second, third, or maybe even the 10th time, they put the guns in the holsters and they get more into a realistic type of fitness regime, and that is what outlives, the on and off cycles, and they continue on with their fitness program, hopefully forever. I won the Mr. Canada, and that was a big quest of mine. It felt great, but then I looked back and I looked at all the sacrifices I had to make in order to get to that level. And I'm not just talking about work sacrifices. There was also relationship sacrifices, not just with my girlfriend or my wife at the time, but also my family. I remember beating up my brother because he stole my ketchup one day. I needed the ketchup for potatoes, and I only had a small little potato, and I needed some ketchup on it. So it's these type of stresses that were on me, and the sacrifices I had to make to walk away from my family, walk away from my girlfriend or my wife, to focus solely on the contest or beat my brother up for ketchup. So I didn't want to do that any longer. I wanted to focus on the things that I thought I would have in my life forever, my business, which is my heart and soul, with my family, with my wife, etc. It might be before your time, but I have the Jane Fonda workout now. So it's a 30-minute routine without the spandex, of course. And it's great. We get out there, we train really intensely for 30 minutes instead of an hour and a half. And we get the job done. We do that 3 to 4 times per week. It's not that heavy commitment. It's not that heavy burden. I don't get the butterflies in my stomach and the nauseousness before I train because I'm so darn scared of what's going to happen during the session or what I'm going to have to do during the session. So it's a nice lifestyle now. It doesn't have the stress that it used to have. And I think that goes with a lot of different things, right? In order to achieve, you've got to push. But after you push, you can coast a little bit. So, as the old saying goes, shove, push, and coast. And I'm in the coast portion of my life right now. Definitely happier, yes. I wouldn't have the smile on my face if I was dieting, trust me. It's a tough life walking around starving all the time. Dumbbells and barbells in my basement along with a bench press. And I used to go down there and I was just fascinated how my muscles were reacting to the workouts, the pump, and the muscle growing factors after. I used to sit in high school and I used to learn how to twitch all of my muscles individually, all at different times. It was just a huge fascination, just having control over my body and also building my body and watching it grow. It was just unbelievable for me. We could call it an addiction in the sense that you always want to experience more because, hey, this feels good. I wonder if it would feel better if I did, or I look good now. I wonder if I would look better if. So it's these type of things, and it's a positive addiction, but obviously, pushing anything too far outside the boundaries, you're out of whack, you're out of balance, and it's not good for you long term. I was never a small guy, so I didn't have a small guy syndrome per se.
Called you a loser or anything
No, I
like
didn't
that
get sand kicked in my face or anything like that. I went to the beach and I enjoyed it and came home without any sand. But anyways, I always did want that respect. I had a lot of guys in my high school that were a lot bigger than me, that were involved in bodybuilding. I saw the respect that they got, not just from girls, which is sort of the cliche, the beach body type of person, but just from people in general, adults, their other peers, so on and so forth. I wanted that. And then, this is sort of a cliche, Arnold Schwarzenegger came around into my life. I read the Arnold Schwarzenegger Encyclopedia of Bodybuilding, and Arnold was a big icon to me. And he's the one that sort of pushed me to the next level, which was bodybuilding, because he taught me what bodybuilding was and, hey, what it still is today.